So B and I are going to be doing our show from Kansas City at the Odyssey Studios out there. And I asked him if he would wear the hat. I said, not for me, but for BMitch. He's like, maybe for BMitch, I'll find the hat. But talking with those guys, their question is, man, Mariota at quarterback, like, do you guys have a chance? And my reply is, Mariota at quarterback with Terry and Debo back.
Yeah.
My concerns in this game aren't really offensive. They're defensive.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the thing about it, when you have Pat Mahomes on the other side, now you see that they're getting healthy. That's where the problem is. That's what you're concerned about for the most part. I believe if we go out there and we put an emphasis on running the ball, we can run the ball on them. And if you start running the ball, then the possibilities are endless at that point. But we have to stick to the run, be dedicated to it, and make sure it happens. They may crowd it with 8, but you know what? Make them pay for it at that point. And having Terry and Debo on the field, that would tremendously help out those possibilities.
I totally agree. Like when they go to the jumbo set and it's Chris Moore on the outside versus now Terry or Debo, you like to think that runs a lot better. You know what I mean? And I think, you know what I'd like to see this week too is I think McNichols has been really good. He's clearly their best in pass pro. He's really good catching passes out of the backfield. Yeah. I'm not trying to take away from Bill. Bill should get his. I think McNichols should be more involved too.
Hey man,
and some of that just requires first downs.
From the beginning, they said they got 3 good running backs and they all going to get a chance. I think they stick with that. I don't think it's not a necessity that they go to one guy or not. You know, that's a lot of people who, like I said, fantasy football ruins real football. Well, Bill need to go more. No. If Bill is working that day, is he cooking? Yeah, he keeps cooking. If he's not cooking, he don't cook. Somebody else does it. And you have 2 capable guys in Rodriguez and McNichols. So, I mean, I'm not concerned about who gets the bulk per se. I'm saying who gets the bulk when they're at the best. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think, it's going to be really interesting to watch how this game unfolds. I think Washington's going to be able to move the football. My biggest concern when you look at the Chiefs, you try to think about what Washington does poorly or well and what Kansas City does poorly or well. And one thing Washington was really good at last year was converting third downs. They were excellent.
They were tremendous.
I think they were 6th, 7th in the league, maybe 5th even. They've been really bad this year on third down.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is down and distance situations. I think the penalties have really hurt them, procedural stuff. They go into this game 24th in the NFL at converting third downs, 35%. Kansas City has the 6th best third down defense, forcing punts, forcing you off the field. Yeah. And that, to me, will really drive this game. If Washington is able to sustain drives, stay on the field, gives them a big chance. I also think going into this, DQ's got to be pretty damn aggressive on 4th down because you got to sustain possession. And
I think the thing of it is this. They did that last week, and people question already. So, DQ, do what you do. But the main thing, be aggressive on 1st and 2nd down. Okay? If you get 8 yards on 1st down, running the ball, don't come out and throw the ball the next 2 downs. Make them stop you. If you get 8 more. Force them to have to stop it. Because, I think we played into the hands of Dallas when we came out with the 8 yards and then, boom, we just went away. Nah, make them stop it.
There's no sugarcoating the level of challenge this is going to present this week. It's the greatest quarterback of his generation on the field against the backup. And I think, when this game was slated, Monday Night Football, I bet ESPN was salivating at Jaden versus Mahomes.
Oh, definitely.
Now it's not. It's Mariota versus Mahomes. And I think nationally that obviously loses some luster, right? But I think Mariota can still run this offense effectively.
Yeah.
For me, if you look at KC, when they're on third downs, they're converting 44%. They're 6th in the NFL, both on defensive stops on third down and offensive conversions on third down. Mm-hmm. So they are winning time of possession. They are winning those situations. And a huge factor for them is Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce on third down is – here's a stat for you. Kelce has 31 catches on the year. 20 of them are for first downs.
Yeah.
Like, he's a human conversion.
That's what I'm saying. Like people talk about him being slower and this, that, and the other. The guy knows how to play football.
Totally.
He knows how to use his body. He knows how to position himself. It doesn't make a difference whether you run a 4.3 or a 4.5 to get to 4 or 5 yards and give the quarterback a target. That's all he has to do, and he does it consistently. So you better find a damn way.
So, as of today, Kelce is their leading receiver, right? He's got 375 receiving yards. Now that Rice is back and they're able to roll out Rice, Worthy, Hollywood, I mean, the young man Tyquan Thornton, he's averaging 22 yards a catch.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been phased out now that Rice is back, but, like, I think they might phase him back in.
They're going to find a way to get him back in there.
I mean,
one thing I know about Andy Reid, if you can play, you're going to be on the field.
They've run the ball fairly well. Pacheco and Hunt have combined for about 500 yards on the ground. They're averaging right at 4 yards per carry. Mahomes has been running more than he has in the past. I mean, Mahomes has 250 yards on the ground. He's their second leading rusher. I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. I think Mariota's going to be able to move the ball. Go to the Atlanta game. They lost that game. Marcus had a pick, but, like, offensively, the ball moved.
Yeah.
My concerns are defense. DQ yesterday, not in a hurry for significant defensive changes. That's kind of what I would expect. Like, basically, he's like, it's not about personnel, it's about playing faster. Maybe we got to simplify some stuff, but
maybe
I don't know what the answer is. Joe Witt's going to talk today. I imagine he's incredibly frustrated.
I would think so.
Right?
I mean, listen, man, no one can be comfortable and happy right now. You know, when you go through all that stuff and implementing, and you brought people back and you brought some people in, you expect it to go. And then when it's going like it's gone, no one can be happy at this point.
Right.
No one.
They've got I imagine that is a very pissed off bunch.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
And then you go into a situation, like, to channel my inner Doc Walker on some of this, it is a pride thing. Like, what are we? Who are we? What are we doing here?
See, it gets to that point though. Like, you know, I know fans, we get frustrated. Media people, we say stuff. Everybody can say what they want, but the guys inside that building, inside that room, they have to look in the mirror at themselves individually and say, "Hey, what can I do better?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it comes to a pride thing immediately because, listen to me, man, the way that they perform right now, I guarantee you talk to every person to a man. No one expected this, and they wouldn't be happy with it. So how do you change it? You got to figure something out, do something different.
DQ's statement yesterday on if there will be changes to the defense, I think what you'll see is improved play. I think that's obvious in that we want to dig in. So when we wanted to look and assess to where we needed to make change and make adjustments, sometimes they're not these big overhauls that make the major improvement. It's these small calibrations and adjustments. Do you buy that?
Yeah. I totally agree with him. Like, everyone is always looking for a major jump and a major move to be made. And I don't think that it happens there. You know, it doesn't just automatically happen by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go get rid of everybody." If you get rid of a ton of people, you make a huge change. You know what you do? You lose chemistry, and then you got to build that up. So it doesn't automatically just you make a change and then things just start working properly.
Agreed. It's also, to me, just not a surprise. I know folks are like, you know, why haven't you asked if Joe Witt's going to get fired? Because he's not. And, like, we all know that. So, to me, it's, like, kind of silly to ask that.
But the whole thing, if you ask it, you might not have asked it. Other people have asked that. But asking a question doesn't make it happen. I don't know why people think that the question is going to depict what they want to see.
People want a pound of flesh.
You can ask the damn question. It's not going to do nothing. So it doesn't make sense.